Welcome back to Cinema Drinking Buddies. My name is Gio,
And I'm Matt.
and today we are doing our weekly news report. And we have a couple of good news, interesting news, as well as some sad news. We'll start off with actually Ant-Man 3 being reportedly targeting on a 2022 release date. What's nice about it is that the director, Peyton Reed, is returning. Jeff Lovingness, which did Rick and Morty. And so right now their targeting date is 2022, depending on everything that's going around us right now. So that's their target date. So I'm kind of looking forward to Ant-Man 3, especially with Ant-Man 1 and 2 were a pretty big success.
Yeah, and 2022 is kind of shaping up to be a busy year for the MCU. They also have Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder scheduled for that February. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is scheduled for that March, I believe. And then I believe they also announced that Captain Marvel 2 will be coming out in 2022 as well. So going to be a busy year for the MCU, and that's only talking about the movies. That's not even thinking about the Disney Plus series that I'm sure will also
Yeah.
be coming out that year, whether it be
So yeah,
brand new series or like new seasons of Falcon and Winter Soldier or WandaVision and some of the other series that are going to debut before that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to go ahead and divide these movies into like the next year and not having so many in 1 year, kind of like spread them out a bit. I wonder if they're gonna do something like that.
I don't think they came out this close to each other. I seem to remember there always being like a winter spring movie and then like a
Yeah,
summer movie
a
and then a
fall.
fall. Yeah. So it looks like they're gonna have two spring movies,
Yeah,
a summer, and then Ant Man might be the fall movie for that year. So we'll wait. We'll
yeah.
see how that all shapes up. So the New Mutants came out this week and it made $750,000 during its Thursday night opening night. Now, for a not just for any movie, but for a comic book movie, even especially a Marvel movie. It's not MCU, but it's still a Marvel movie. That's an extremely low number. But at the same time, we really don't know if that's a good number or not because everything is different right now with the coronavirus. So we don't know. That's just one day. We don't know if by the time the weekend is over, if it's going to be, have made, several $1,000,000. We don't know what's going to happen. And we don't know how movie releases are going to look going forward. I'd be interested to see because Bill and Ted Face the Music also came out this weekend. We actually did a review of it. There's going to be a link to it down in the description. But it also came out this weekend, and they did a theater release and also an on-demand release, so we could watch it from home. Whereas New Mutants only did a theater release; they didn't do an on-demand release. So I'm wondering if, while coronavirus is still going on, and there's theaters that are closed around the country and around the world, and even the ones that are open for the most part are just doing limited capacity, like they're not filling up the theaters. I wonder if these movies are going to make any money if they're going to have to somehow go to an on-demand release as well as theatrical, or
Hmm.
if they're just going to release it on, to home video quicker, or maybe release it to a streaming service like Disney Plus or I don't know, Netflix or something else where they can go ahead and make some of that money back.
Since this is something that hasn't really occurred before, where movie theaters are half capacity and not all theaters are open, how they're going to go ahead and because normally these will be box office movies, like blockbuster movies are supposed to be blockbuster movies,
Yeah.
and seeing these type of numbers, it might not be the same as like, oh, if this was released on when every theater was out. So it'll be interesting to see if they may have to release everything on DVD or maybe even on demand, just to for the actual filmmakers to make their money. If it's going to be at this low, if this is like what's on pace for, but also that's a pretty big blow to theaters itself because they make their money off of concession stands.
Oh yeah.
So I wonder how they're going to be able to help them as well as trying to make their money back or make a trying to make a profit for these movies. In other news here, we actually have our first Scream 5 teaser announced. We have a release date and the return of Ghostface. So what's also it's actually coming out on January 14th, 2022. It's not even a oh if this movie can come out. They're pretty set on this date here, and also they have a little bit of a teaser, um, and it's just a few second teaser. But in this teaser, it's just basically showing the date of January 14th, 2022, and it shows Ghostface, and then kind of like a slow zoom in on Ghostface. So.
Hmm.
Um, and I've watched all four of them. I enjoyed one, two, even three, and then also four was kind of like trying to go back to the original type. But I'm pretty interested in this one. We'll see what returning characters will come back. I think they're trying to get the franchise regulars like Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette. So we'll see if they are able to return there.
I think David Arquette is like a sure thing as far as returning to this movie. Um, I,
Oh,
I
okay.
think I think he has been like vocal and that he is definitely going to be returning. Yes, it says franchise regulars Nave Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette will once again have to face the terror of their past in a new sequel. So yeah, it sounds like those three are going to be returning.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, and it looks like the directors is going to be Matt Bentonelli Open and Tyler Gillette, which also did Ready or Not. So I heard that was a pretty good movie too.
Yeah, yeah. No, this should be fun. The the first Scream movie was really fun. That's really the only one I remember. I haven't seen the
Mm.
others very recently, but yeah, this should be fun. I'll definitely want to watch the others first, but it'll be good times. The Matrix 4 has officially resumed filming, and apparently Keanu Reeves is pretty happy about being back. He released a statement. He says, "I'm here in Berlin, and everybody who's working on the production has worked thoroughly and in concert with the local government and industries and the Babelsberg studios. Protocols in place, they're effective, process of filmmaking has felt normal. It's really thrilling to be making such an easier Matrix movie." And they've come up with a beautiful story. It says they're about 3 weeks in. Knock on wood, everybody's okay. So, sounds like been they have resumed filming here for a little bit of time. I'm not really sure when it started, but the Matrix 4 is continuing on.
I know that it's been in talks for Matrix 4 for as soon as Matrix 3 ended. I know they were talking about when Matrix 4 is going to be happening, and I guess finally we have that coming across surely here. And so I'm interesting what turn, because it seems like Matrix 3 kind of had its ending, and the way it ended already shown what is going to happen next, kind of like because it's going to be like a repeat thing. So I wonder what kind of new path they'll do with Matrix 4. And then having Keanu Reeves back, he's been pretty busy lately. So
Yeah.
with John Wick movies and then the Bill and Ted recently, and now this. So it's
Hmm.
been pretty busy.
Yeah. Carrie-Anne Moss is also returning as Trinity. And it also says Neil Patrick
Mhm.
Harris is going to be in the movie. So it'll be interesting to see
Oh,
what kind of role he has.
wow.
This is not the kind of movie I would expect him to be in, but it should be interesting to see what he does.
Nope.
It looks like it's currently set for an
He's not
April.
mainly in serious type of movies.
Yeah, looks like it's scheduled currently for an April 1st, 2022 release. So it is moving forward.
All right, and in sad news, we just learned here, and it was just reported that Chadwick Boseman uh, has died of cancer at the age of 43. He was well recognized as Black Panther, and so this is a very, very sad surprise that this happened this suddenly. It seems that he was battling cancer for about 4 years now, and back in April, it was showing a photo of him, basically where he looked a lot thinner, and there was some worry and concern, but it looks like he had passed today. So that's very sad. And our condolences, deep condolences to his family, and hopefully, they have the strength to go ahead and get through this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's always, always, always. sad to hear when someone passes away, especially from cancer. And I mean, it hits you when you least expect it. And it said that he was diagnosed 4 years ago, and like you said, we didn't hear about this. He never said anything about it. Um, I'm pretty sure he was filming the Avengers during this time because those movies just came out. Endgame just came out last year. Infinity War just came out the year before that. So he had to have been filming the Avengers and possibly other movies as well. Um, but he, other than just the Avengers and Black Panther, he played Jackie Robinson in 42. He played James Brown. A personal favorite of mine was Draft Day, where he played a college recruit who was looking to be
Oh
drafted into the
yeah.
NFL. So he's been in a lot of movies other than just the Black Panther. He was already known before those movies came out. So
Hmm.
it's like you said, it's extremely sad to hear about this news. Obviously, condolences go out to his family and his loved ones and his friends, everyone whose lives he's touched, he's inspired. Um, it's just sad news.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, folks. Well, that is our weekly news recap. Thank you guys for watching so much. If you like our videos, leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already. And for myself and Gio, we are Cinema Drinking Buddies, and we will see you next time.